Welcome to Grey Primer, a channel that's mostly about miniatures. On this episode, I'm going to be taking you through Brickskrieg. It's 1/100 to scale. It is built with tiny little building blocks that are compatible with famous building blocks, and you get a whole bunch of stuff in this starter set. I picked this up at UK Games Expo, and they were doing some deals in the day, but on their website, which is at brickskrieg.store, you can find everything that they sell. And I think this is a great place to start. You're getting a lot in here. You can see how the whole system works. There's some quirky little things, like a letter to the general is included. You get the simple rules. You get the world's cutest tape measure. I mean, look at this thing. This is the letter I talked about. Shows you all of the contents. It's got that nice sort of typewriter font to it, which is cool. And then you have the simple rules. Unit groupings are individually bagged, so if you get the British Piat here, for example, you get 3 Piat units in that, and they are just the cutest. Look at those little guns. Here's an example of one of the tanks. Here's an example of a QR code that you can scan on your phone to get the building instructions. The bags themselves open easily, and hopefully in your neighborhood you can recycle all this plastic. But speaking of plastic you won't want to recycle, these things go together beautifully. Very much a Lego experience, to be honest. And of course, with that additional compatibility with all things Lego, you can, empty out that massive bucket you have hiding up in your attic onto your living room floor, confuse your friends and family with why you're playing with Lego in the middle of the day, in the middle of the floor, and all of a sudden you're getting excited because you can build Nijmegen Bridge. But anyway, what was I talking about? Straight off the bat, there seems to be a really good selection of units. We got the infantry, anti-tank, tanks, planes. Maybe in the future they'll do a bit of naval combat. That'd be pretty savage. 1/100 scale ships going at it out in the ocean. That'd be neat. Work out how to do submarines. I don't know. Anyway, I ran into a little bit of a problem with the Sherman's tracks. They just kept popping off way too easily. They slid onto these little grey central rods, and unlike the Panzers, unlike the Churchill, which had a totally different system, this wasn't working out for me. The Panzers, the Churchill, they're fine. They connect together really well. But the Sherman, I thought, no, I'm going to dismantle this, see if there's a better way to do it. And that's part of the joy of working with this system, with this brick system, is that you just go for it. Kit bashing? There's pretty much an infinite opportunity to kit bash here. And very quickly I realized that if I removed the grey central rods, rotated one of these little, whatever they're called, to give me something to push into the inside of the tank, into these little green things over on the right hand side here that look like wheelbarrows. So I could click that in on both sides, and it was actually a much firmer connection. It still looks like a Sherman, still has the nice track look to it, still has those running wheels, but it just stuck together better. There's just so much to love about Brickskrieg. The infinite opportunities for kit bashing, for building villages, towns, harbors, bridges, whatever you want to do. You just go raid the kit that you have in the house already, the big bins of Lego, and then go buy yourself some of these Brickskrieg miniatures, which have so carefully been designed to replicate the silhouettes of these famous weapons of war, and then pop them into the carefully built village or whatever, and blow holes in it for the rest of the day. And you could use this in different war games. You could use different rules. There are rules with the game, but there's nothing to stop you going off and using your own favorite war game rules or writing your own rules or whatever. There are really no limits on what you can do with this, but you know that you're getting these well-crafted miniatures to go into whatever setting your imagination can think up. You want to have Americans fight Germans on the moon? Go get all your Lego space stuff. You want to fight in medieval England? Go get all your Lego castle stuff. The only limit is your imagination. Play by your own rules, build your own world, and use these phenomenal Brickskrieg miniatures into that environment to fight their fight. Pricing wise, I'd say it's very similar to Lego. It's of a comparable quality though. It never feels like a cheap knockoff. It feels good, it clicks together well, The only thing that they're still working out really are the QR codes for instructions, but I think that's something that they're going to get on top of very quickly. The Battle in a Box is a great place to start, and I highly recommend Brickskrieg. Thanks for watching the video. Do all the things if you can. Subscribe and like and notifications and share and stuff, and watch more stuff. And I'll catch you in the next one.